glasses in the backseat glow. Windows down, radio low, hearts on show. Every chorus felt like summer rain, washing clean the hurt, starting over again. You sang the high notes when I lost my key. I held the harmony when you couldn't breathe. We built a bridge from every whispered lie. Thought forever was the last line we tried. But pages turn even when we beg them not to. The ink starts fading where our names used to run. We kept rewriting the same tight ending, hoping one more draft will make it come undone. This is the end of our song. No big crescendo, no curtain drawn, just the quiet where the music used to be. Echoes dying soft between you and me. We didn't crash, we didn't burn, we just stopped learning how to sing along. This is the end of our song. Your side of the bed still keeps the shape of someone who loved me before the ache. I play our old recordings late at night, listen for the moment we lost the light. The bridge we built is swaying in the wind, roll freight thin where we used to swing. I reach for the melody we left behind, but all I find is silence wearing your kind. No final argument to make it cleaner, no last cruel word to make the leaving meaner. Just two voices trailing off the page, a duet that forgot how to turn the stage. This is the end of our song. No standing ovation, nothing wrong, just the slow unravel of every line we wrote. The melody we loved, now a single note. We didn't fight till the credits rolled, we just let the feeling grow cold. This is the end of our song. I still hum the parts you used to carry, still wait for your voice to fill the carry. But the silence answers kinder than you ever did, and I realize the quiet is what we needed. I don't hate the way our story ends, I just miss the sound of being friends. Before we tried to make it more, before we closed the door. This is the end of our song. No angels weeping, no thunder strong, just me sitting here with the last refrain, trying to sing your name without the pain. We loved so loud we forgot to listen. Now the only sound is the tape hissing. This is the end of our song. I used to shine when your shadow fell over me. Now the light just hurts wherever it lands. I trace the outline of where your hand used to be, but the shape is blurring, slipping through my hands. Every breath pulls pieces of me loose, like paper left too long in falling rain. I speak your name and watch it float away, dissolving into fog I can't explain. I thought love was supposed to leave a scar, something solid, something I could touch and hate. But you left nothing sharp enough to hold on to, just this slow unraveling weight. I'm dissolving in the dark, no scream, no crash, no final spark, just fading dissolving in the dark. The clock keeps ticking like it's mocking me. Each second carves another hollow space. I wear your absence like a second skin, too thin to tear, too tight to escape. I still reach for the phone at 3 a.m. Thumb hovering over a number long deleted. Hoping maybe silence will answer back and tell me I was never this defeated. I wanted anger, wanted fire, wanted end, something loud enough to prove I mattered once. But grief came quiet, patient as a tide, and pulled me under inch by inch. I'm dissolving in the dark. No funeral, no grave, no mark, just colors bleeding out so slow until even pain forgets where to go. You walked away without a sound, left me sinking to the ground, and now I'm dissolving, dissolving in the dark. I don't know who I was before your goodbye. I don't remember how to stand without your ghost. Every morning I wake up, bless myself, a little more shadow, a little less host. I forgive you for not staying. I forgive the way you faded clean, but how do I forgive this body for still trying to keep what's already unseen? I'm dissolving in the dark. No last words, no last remark, just quietly becoming air. A love that vanished everywhere. You didn't kill me, love, you set me free in the cruelest way, by letting me dissolve, dissolve, dissolve in the dark. I built a home inside your promises, hung pictures on the walls you swore would stay. Every forever felt like oxygen, till you walked out and took the air away. I learned your heartbeat like a favorite song, counted your breaths when you were fast asleep. You said my name like it belonged to you. How I should have seen the wire in the sweetness, should have felt the cold beneath the flame. But love was dressed in every color I believed in, and I ran straight into the pain. Love was a trap, love was a beautiful cage. Gold bars painted soft, but they still look the same. You smiled while you loaded every spring. I fell and I fell and I still hear it ring. Love was a trap, and I was the catch. Your goodbye came wrapped in it's not you. Polite little knife between the ribs. I keep replaying every tender lie, like maybe truth is hidden in the bits. The bed still smells like your shampoo and guilt. Your side of the pillow won't forgive. I reach for someone who already left and punished myself for how much I still give. I thought I was the safest place you landed. Turns out I was just the softest place to land before you spread your wings and disappeared, leaving feathers made of broken plans. trap. Love was a beautiful cage. Silver tongue, velvet claws, quiet rage. You locked me in with whispers and a kiss. Now I'm serving life for something I miss. Love was a trap, and I'm still bleeding from the catch. I don't hate you, that would be too simple. Hate with me, and I finally broke the spell. But every night I whisper to the ceiling, I would've loved you even knowing how this ends as well. Maybe that's the cruelest part of all. I'd walk back in, eyes open, heart exposed. Because even shattered, even bleeding, some part of me still wants the door you closed. Love was a trap, not cruel by design, just indifferent, beautiful and blind. You didn't mean to ruin me, I know, but God, you did it perfectly slow. Love was a trap, and darling, I'm still caught. I gave you the mornings when the light was still new, the laughter that came easy, the dreams that felt true. I handed you summers and handfuls of gold, believed every promise your quiet lips told. I turned down the offers, the cities of calls, stayed rooted right here while the world moved on walls. I thought we were building something timeless and deep. Instead I was planting my heart while you learned how to leave. Now the mirror shows lines I didn't earn, yet time took them anyway, and you didn't regret. I wasted my best years loving someone who stayed just long enough to watch the color fade. I poured out my 20s like water on stone, hoping you would bloom, but I grew old alone. Wasted my best years on a love that ran dry. Or maybe tomorrow and one day we'll try. You walked away lighter, I'm heavier still, carrying echoes of years you never fulfilled. I kept your old sweater folded in the drawer, wore it on cold nights like it could bring back more. The photos are buried, but I know every frame, the way your eyes crinkled when you said my name. Friends say move on like it's a switch I can flip, but every new face feels like counterfeit. I tried dating shadows, tried filling the space, but nothing fits right in the hole you erased. The calendar flips, but I'm stuck in rewind, chasing the version of us that was kind. I wasted my best years loving someone who stayed just long enough to watch the color fade. I poured out my 20s like water on stone, hoping you'd bloom, but I grew old alone. Wasted my best years on a love that ran dry. On maybe tomorrow and one day we'll miss you never. I don't wish you misery, I don't curse your name. I just wish I could borrow back some of the flame I lit for us both when you only brought sparks. I burned through my brightest while you stayed in the dark. Maybe in time I'll forgive what I gave. Maybe I'll laugh at the girl who believed you'd stay. But tonight I'm still grieving the life left behind. The best of my years, the ones you declined. Wasted my best years on a ghost in the room, on holding tomorrow when today was a bloom. I don't hate you for leaving, I just hate what it cost. The pieces of me that got permanently lost. Wasted my best years, and they're still slipping through like sand in my fingers. Still reaching for you. Wasted my best years. God, what a beautiful waste. We build a world from whispers, from promises and plans, two hearts chasing forever, with tomorrow in our hands. Your laughter filled the evenings like stars across the sky. We swore our love would never be another goodbye, but somewhere in the distance the sky began to fall, and the love we held together couldn't hold at all. Now I walk through memories where our forever gleams, standing in the quiet of the wreckage of our dreams. The wreckage of our dreams, scattered in the night, pieces of forever that once felt so right. A wreckage of our dreams, where our story used to shine. Now every broken memory still calls you mine. I try to leave the past behind, but my heart still leans toward the fading echoes of the wreckage of our dreams. The photographs are fading, but your smile still remains, a frozen little moment before the falling rain. The songs we love together still tremble when they start. Every single melody breaks another part. I try to keep believing time would softly heal, but every quiet midnight shows me what was real. Love once felt like heaven, now it softly screams through the empty silence of our shattered dreams. Wreckage of our dreams, floating in the dark. Every lost tomorrow leaves another mark. Wreckage of our dreams, where our future used to stay. that's left between us is the wreckage of our dreams. Maybe we were fragile, even from the start. Maybe time was waiting to break a hopeful heart. But if I had one moment to rewrite our scenes, I'd save the love we buried in broken dreams. Wreckage of our dreams, yet your memory stays like echoes in the midnight of our yesterdays. Wreckage of our dreams, but my heart still believes some love never disappears, it just quietly grieves. And if fate ever leads you back through these broken scenes, you'll find my heart still standing in the wreckage of our dreams. Because the deepest kind of heartbreak is loving in between the life we almost lived and the wreckage of our dreams. Your birthday's on the calendar, still circled in blue ink. A quiet little reminder of everything I think. Anniversaries in pencil, notes we used to write, tiny hearts beside the days that once felt warm and bright. But every page I turn now feels heavier than most, because the months are haunted by a calendar full of ghosts. Every day it reminds me of the love we held the most, but time keeps moving forward through a calendar full of ghosts. Calendar full of ghosts, every memory appears. All the days we lived together still echo through the years. Calendar full of ghosts, from promises we wrote. Every single moment feels like a silent note. I try to close the pages, but your memory still floats through every lonely month in a calendar full of ghosts. There's coffee shop reminders where we planned 1,000 dreams, little scribbled afternoons and midnight movie scenes, vacations never taken, trips we almost chose. Every empty square now feels like something that we lost. I try to mark tomorrow, but my heart already knows. Yesterday keeps living in these ghosts. Maybe love leaves shadows in places that we wrote. Maybe time keeps breathing through a calendar of ghosts. Calendar full of ghosts, where forever used to stay. Now every passing season just slowly fades away. Calendar full of ghosts, still whispering your name. Every little memory still burns like a flame. I keep turning pages, but every moment floats back into my life again, like calendar ghosts. Maybe one day healing will soften every page, and maybe love will finally escape this quiet cage. But tonight the truth is written in the dates we love the most. My heart still lives inside a calendar of ghosts. Calendar full of ghosts, yet your memory remains in every quiet evening, in every falling rain. Calendar full of ghosts, but my heart still knows some love never disappears, it just becomes a ghost. And if you ever wonder where our forever goes, it's living in the pages of a calendar full of ghosts. Because the saddest kind of love is the one that hurts the most, when every day you live with a calendar full of ghosts. The lights are low this evening, just like the way I feel. Your voice is just a memory that time can't seem to heal. Your side of the bed is colder than any night before, and every quiet heartbeat still waits for your knock at the door. I used to fear the silence, the empty nights alone, but now the night surrounds me like a place I've always known. I try to fight the shadows, but they slowly took control, and now the dark is all I know inside this broken soul. Darkness feels like home since the day you said goodbye. Every lonely midnight still asks the question why. Darkness feels like home, where the memories roam. Every echo of your love turns this house to stone. I keep walking through the shadows where your heart once shone. Now the only place that holds me is where darkness feels like home. Your picture by the window still smiles like yesterday, but every frozen moment reminds me you're away. The songs we loved together still tremble when they play. Every little melody pulls my heart astray. I try to find the sunlight, but it never found the door. Some loves leave behind a night that lingers evermore. Maybe hearts grow quieter when they're left alone. Maybe pain becomes familiar until it feels like home. Darkness feels like home, where your voice still appears in every silent corner and every hidden tear. Darkness feels like home since you let me go. Every lonely memory still refuses to let go. I keep reaching through the shadows for the love I once held. darkness feels like home. Maybe someday morning will find me in the light. Maybe love will warm the places that froze inside that night. But until that distant sunrise finds this wandering soul, I'll be walking through the quiet of this endless dark alone. Darkness feels like home, yet your memory remains like whispers in the midnight or a soft falling rain. Darkness feels like home, but my heart still sees the love we left behind in broken memories. And if you ever wonder where my heart has gone, you'll find it in the shadows, where darkness feels like home. Because the deepest kind of heartbreak is the one you face alone, when the night you try to escape becomes the only home. The gold is turning to a rusted gray. The garden's giving up on the light of day. I watch the summer burn itself to the ground. Now the only rhythm is the wind spinning round. You used to be the green, the life in my veins, but now you're just a shadow of the October rains. I'm standing in the yard where we used to be whole, feeling the frost take a grip on my soul. And it's just dying leaves on grass, watching the seasons and the memories pass. Once we were reaching for the heat of the sun, now we're the brittle things coming undone. A carpet of brown on a bed of cold green, the saddest mosaic that I've ever seen. Just dying leaves on the grass, waiting for the winter to pass. Every crunch underfoot is a word we once spoke, a promise we made that eventually broke. I try to rake them up to clear out the mess, but I'm just moving around this heavy distress. The trees are all naked, they've got nothing to hide, like the hollowed out feeling I'm carrying inside. You fell so softly, I didn't even hear the moment you decided to disappear. And it's just dying leaves on grass, watching the seasons and the memories pass. Once we were reaching for the heat of the sun, now we're the brittle things coming undone. A carpet of brown on a bed of cold green, the saddest mosaic that I've ever seen. Just dying leaves on the grass. They say the soil needs a death to grow something new, but I don't want a garden if it isn't with you. I'm bracing for the snow, for the white in the deep, where the ghost of our summer is going to sleep. Scatter me thin, let the cold wind in. We're just colors fading out, losing the fight, turning to dust in the middle of the night. I look in the mirror and don't know the face, just a ghost of the girl that you used to embrace. I gave you my 19, my 20, my all. I built you a kingdom, then watched the crown fall. Now I'm standing here empty, out of time, out of breath, while you're playing house with someone who hasn't met regret yet. 'Cause you stole my youth and you didn't even use it. You took my heart just to see how you'd lose it. I gave you the years that I'll never get back, the colors of morning, now everything's black. You're moving on like it was nothing to do, but you've got my best years buried in you. I see the old photos, the light in my eyes, before every promise turned into your lies. I traded my dreams for the weight of your hand, building a life on your shifting gray sand. Now I'm waking up cold at 25, wondering how much of me is even alive. You got the growth and I got the scars. You got the sun and I'm left with the stars that don't even shine like they did once before. I'm a locked up room behind a hollowed out door. Yeah, you stole my youth and you didn't even use it. You took my heart just to see how you'd lose it. I gave you the years that I'll never get back, the colors of morning, now everything's black. You're moving on like it was nothing to do, but you've got my best years buried in you. I hope she's worth the time I'll never see. I hope she loves the version of you that was built by breaking me. Yeah, you stole my youth. You kept the best of me. I stood under the shower till the heart ran out. Let the water be my shoulders like it could wash you out. But every drop that hit my skin just carried your name, and the drain swallowed nothing but the echo of blame. I used to burn for your fever bright and wild. Now the fire's gone out and left a shivering child. I look in the mirror and don't recognize the eyes. They were frozen over, reflecting only goodbyes. They say time heals everything, time ends the break, but time just turned the warmth to something I can't take. My blood is cold water now, running slow and thin. No heat left in these veins where your love used to begin. I bleed blue and quiet, no red, no fight, just icy rivers carving grief through the night. You took the fire when you walked, left me this flood. My blood is cold water, and it's carrying your blood. and the sound of thoughts frozen inside, but it only echoes back cold. It's sharp but true. You're gone and the cold is the only thing that's sure. They say love keeps you warm even after it's dead, but love left me hypothermic on the floor instead. My blood is cold water now, sluggish through my chest. No pulse of passion, no fever, no rest. I bleed pale and silent, no roar, no flame, just a slow arctic current spelling out your name. You drain the color, the heat, the fight. My blood is cold water, freezing every night. If I could cut myself open, let it all pour free, would the red ever come back, or is this all that's left of me? A body full of winter, lungs breathing sleet, heart pumping, memories too numb to beat. I'd rather bleed fire one last time and burn away than live with this cold current pulling me under every day. My blood is cold water, drifting out to sea, carrying pieces of you that still look like